All right, folks, I heard you. Lots of requests for a deep dive into 1980s fashion, and here we are. From the boldest trends to the unforgettable styles that define the decade, we're covering it all. Let's jump in. 1. Rubber bracelets. If you were rocking 80s fashion, chances are you had a stack of rubber bracelets on your wrist. These thin, colorful bands were cheap, easy to mix and match, and the more you wore, the better. Madonna made them the accessory of the decade, piling them on in her Like a Virgin era, and suddenly everyone had to have them. Whether you were layering black bracelets for an edgy look or neon ones to match your favorite leg warmers, these were a must-have. They weren't just for pop stars, kids, teens, and even some adults wore them as a casual, fun accessory. If you didn't have a wristful of rubber bracelets, were you even living in the 80s? Second, LA gear.
You're such a brat.
If you were a kid in the 80s, you knew about LA gear. These sneakers were everywhere, flashy, colorful, and made to stand out. Whether you were rocking high tops with double laces or the iconic light-up versions, LA Gear was the go-to brand for looking cool at the roller rink or the mall. I had a buddy who swore by his pair, wore them everywhere, even when they were falling apart. It was a badge of honor. And let's be real, if you didn't have at least one pair, were you even keeping up with the trends? LA Gear wasn't just about shoes, it was about attitude. Bold colors, oversized logos, and styles that mixed sporty with flashy, like you were ready to shoot hoops or breakdance at a moment's notice. If the 80s had an official sneaker, this might have been it. Jordache jeans. If you wanted stylish jeans in the 80s without the designer price tag, Jordache was the way to go. Known for their tight fit, high waist, and bold stitching, Jordache jeans were a staple for anyone who wanted to look trendy without breaking the bank. Whether you were rocking the classic dark wash or going full acid wash with a tapered leg, these jeans were everywhere, from high schools to shopping malls. Jordache also had some of the most memorable commercials of the decade, featuring glamorous models and that unforgettable Jordache look jingle. If you had a pair of these, you probably paired them with a cropped sweatshirt, a skinny belt, or a pair of ankle boots. Pure 80s perfection. And let's be real, if you didn't have guess money but still wanted to look the part, Jordache had your back. Fourth, parachute pants. MC Hammer didn't invent parachute pants, but he definitely made them legendary. These shiny, baggy nylon pants had more zippers than a members-only jacket and made swishing noises with every step. I had a cousin who wore a pair in metallic silver. We could hear him coming before we saw him. They were the must-have pants for breakdancers, because if you couldn't spin on the floor, at least you could look the part. Beyond breakdancing, parachute pants were surprisingly comfortable and had an almost futuristic vibe. They came in wild colors like electric blue and neon green. They were also indestructible. Made from ripstop nylon, they could probably survive a nuclear blast. If you paired them with a tight muscle tee, you were officially too legit to quit. Femte Jam shorts. If you were a kid or teen in the 80s, you probably owned a pair of Jams. These knee-length, loudly patterned shorts were impossible to miss. Tropical prints, geometric designs, neon colors, Jams had it all. I remember my best friend showing up to a pool party in a pair of banana yellow Jams covered in surfboards and palm trees. He thought he looked rad. I thought he looked like a human beach towel. They weren't just for kids, though. Surfers, skateboarders, and even dad bods rocked Jams. If you wore them, you were instantly 25% cooler. The best part? They were ultra lightweight and perfect for summer days at the beach or running through the neighborhood with friends. Nothing said laid-back 80s fun like a pair of Jams and a carefree attitude. Sixth, stirrup pants. Leggings before leggings were cool. Stirrup pants had a strap under the foot, designed to keep them snug in boots. They worked, unless the strap slipped off mid-step and you nearly face-planted. My sister swore by these. She had them in every color. One day she wore white stirrup pants with a neon pink sweatshirt. looked like a highlighter walking down the street. They were a go-to for casual and sporty looks, often paired with oversized sweatshirts and slouchy socks. Whether worn to aerobics class or the mall, they were the definition of effortless 80s chic. 7. Jelly shoes. Plastic, see-through, questionable comfort levels. Jelly shoes were everywhere in the 80s, and if you wore them without socks, you had blisters within an hour. Despite the pain, we all owned them. Why? Because Madonna wore them, and that was enough. They came in glitter-infused versions, neon shades, and even glow-in-the-dark styles. They had an almost futuristic vibe, as if someone in a lab had tried to design the ultimate beach shoe, but forgot to consider basic human comfort. Take a quick pause and click on this awesome button called subscribe so we can stay connected. 8. Rolled-up blazer sleeves. Business casual had a whole new meaning in the 80s, and nothing screamed effortless cool quite like rolling up the sleeves on your blazer. Inspired by hit TV shows like Miami Vice, men and women alike embraced the look, pairing blazers with pastel t-shirts and sleek, loose-fitting slacks. I had an uncle who went full Miami Vice, white blazer, pink shirt, Ray-Bans, and a convertible. Dude thought he was Don Johnson. It was a look that somehow worked, whether you were heading to a nightclub or just hanging around the mall. Of course, rolling up your blazer sleeves also meant you were committed to permanent casual mode, because once those sleeves were up, there was no going back. 9. Banana clips. Before claw clips, there was the banana clip. This curved plastic hairpiece was the only way to get a voluminous ponytail. If you wanted a sleek yet exaggerated pulled-back look, this was your go-to accessory. Every girl at my middle school had one in her back pocket like it was a VIP pass to the mall. They came in bright neon colors, metallic finishes, and sometimes even covered in rhinestones. No hairstyle screamed, "I'm ready to hit the roller rink," quite like a banana clip securing a gravity-defying ponytail. 10th. Coca-Cola rugby shirts. You weren't officially cool until you owned a Coca-Cola rugby shirt. These oversized, color-blocked shirts were peak casual wear. I saved up my allowance for months to buy one in red and navy, wore it until it fell apart. They had that preppy sportswear vibe, but they weren't just for jocks. Everyone, from skateboarders to suburban teens, embraced the trend. If you paired one with acid wash jeans, you were basically a walking billboard for 80s street style. 11th. Acid wash jeans. Nothing screamed 80s more than acid wash jeans. Whether it was skinny, baggy, or high-waisted, this bleached denim look was everywhere. Paired with an oversized jean jacket or a tucked-in graphic tee, acid wash jeans were the ultimate rebellious statement. Rock stars wore them, kids wore them, even moms eventually gave in. If you wanted to push the trend further, you'd cut them into frayed shorts or deck them out with patches and pins. 12th. Shoulder pads. Power dressing at its peak. Blazers, dresses, even casual sweaters had shoulder pads so big you could land a plane on them. The logic? The bigger the shoulders, the bigger the boss energy. Whether you were heading into the boardroom or just brunching with friends, shoulder pads made sure you took up space, literally and figuratively. By the late 80s, you couldn't step into an office building without seeing at least 5 women rocking razor-sharp padded shoulders. And somehow, it totally worked. 13. Lace gloves. Madonna made them iconic, and every teenage girl followed suit. Lacy, fingerless gloves were part rebel, part princess, and entirely unforgettable. These weren't your grandma's gloves. They were pure rock and roll, paired with a black miniskirt, fishnet tights, and teased hair. Flawless. If you wanted to be extra edgy, you'd go for neon lace gloves instead of the classic black or white. Either way, they were a surefire way to stand out. 14th. Velcro sneakers. Who had time for laces? Velcro sneakers were the ultimate in convenience and cool, from LA Gears to Reebok pumps. Kids loved them because they were easy to wear, and adults appreciated the futuristic ease. Some models even lit up when you walked, taking the 80s obsession with bold footwear to the next level. Whether you wore them with your jam shorts or your acid wash jeans, Velcro sneakers were the perfect mix of fashion and function. 15th, T-shirt clips. In the 80s, if your oversized t-shirt didn't have a t-shirt clip, were you even trying? These plastic rings or buckles let you cinch your tee at the hip or side, giving that slouchy yet stylish look. They came in bright neon, heart shapes, and geometric designs, perfect for pairing with leggings or acid wash jeans. It was all about adding a little flair, because in the 80s, more was always better. Some of these trends should definitely make a comeback, others, maybe not. Which trend do you remember rocking? Drop a comment and don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgic deep dives.